Samantha from Sammy's Thoughts and welcome back to my channel. I'm a mum of one and she is 10 weeks old now, which is just insane. I decided that I was going to do the get to know me tag, so I have got it all in this book, so if I'm looking down that's why. It's just to check the questions before I answer them and that, and keep on track. I don't know who the original tag was from. I just googled it, a get to know me tag, and these were the 25 questions that came up. If you have any other questions after I've answered all of these, just leave them down in the comments and I'll try and get back to you, or I'll add them all into a list and do another one, because I'm hoping, if it all goes well with my channel, that there will be more of these. So I will just get right on into it. But before that, I would say to grab a coffee, a tea, a biscuit, whatever, because this might be a little bit long due to the fact that there's so many questions. Right, so question 1 is, what is your middle name? My middle name is Rose. That's basically it. I don't know where the origin came from. I don't know why it was chosen, but I am Samantha Rose and then my last name. So question 2 is, what was your favourite subject in high school? My favourite subjects were music, history and business. I did really well in business. I got a double distinction in business. I loved history as well, and I loved music and art and PE and all those kind of things, but I didn't take any of those up for my GCSEs, but I did enjoy them at the time. Question 3 is your favourite drink. My favourite drink is a hard one. I would say I have 3 main drinks that I go to, which is a nice cup of tea, because you can't go wrong. I like a good Yorkshire tea with 2 sugars and milky. You'll have to comment down below how you have your tea, because I know that everyone has them in different ways. Or if you can't even stand tea and you'd prefer coffee, I would like to know. I can't stand coffee. I can't even stand the smell. I would much prefer to have tea. So yeah, and then the other one would be the mint chocolate chip Frostino from Costa. Again, I'm a Costa person rather than a Starbucks person, so you'll have to comment down below. Are you a Starbucks person or a Costa person? I don't know. I find Starbucks is expensive. I know both of them are expensive, but I see that Starbucks is expensive for what it is, but it also, to me, it doesn't taste as nice as Costa, so there's that. And then the third one is just a plain simple hot chocolate, but again, I like my hot chocolate with warmed milk over boiling water. So you'll have to join in, because I'll probably keep saying it, so you'll have to join in with me with these questions and put down in the comments what your answers are to all these questions, and then we might be able to start a conversation, or again, if you've got any other questions and that for me, if you leave them down below, I'll try and either get back to you or I'll put them in another video. So the next question 4 is favourite song at the moment, which is quite a hard one because I like a lot of music. I like Disney music, I like musicals, I like classics, I like country, I like your normal pop, R&B, rap, anything. To me, it's not about a particular genre. I just enjoy a song, a particular song. So at the moment, I would probably say I am listening to a lot of Blackpink, and I like Ice Cream and How Do You Like That, and all those kind of things. I'm really enjoying Blackpink. My other half would say WAP. He's absolutely obsessed with that one at the moment. My daughter would say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star if she could talk, because she's reacting very well to that one. But yeah, most of the time I just tell Alexa to put something on, so we'll just see, won't we? Right, so the next question is, what have you named your child? Which if anyone's seen my previous 2 videos now, you've probably heard me mention that I have one child. She's coming up to 11 weeks, and her name is Melody Rose Ann. So she's gorgeous. I love her so much, and she's the main reason that I've strived to do this passion and strive to do this YouTube channel and give it a chance and give it a shot. Yeah, I want to be a good role model for her, so I thought this was a good place to start. Number 6 is, have you done any sports? I used to do sports. I used to play football, badminton, netball, basketball, swimming, all of it. I used to do a lot of it when I was in primary school and high school, but then once I got out of high school I just didn't carry on with any of it. So yeah, so number 7 is a favourite book, and I have several favourite books. I love the book series Me Before You. Me Before You. I love the book series The School for Good and Evil, and I love the book series Thorn and Roses or something along those lines. I can't remember off the top of my head because I've put them away and I need to get them back out, because I'm on the 2nd book of one of the series and I'm on the end book of The School for Good and Evil. So yeah, I'm a bit of a book nerd. I absolutely love reading. If I could read all the time I would, but obviously responsibility is not going to happen. Right, number 8 is just your absolute basic question. What's your favourite colour? My favourite colour is blue. It's always been blue. I've never known it not be blue. I'm sure my mum would say differently, but as far as I'm aware, I've always been drawn towards the colour blue. Another basic question, your favourite animal? My favourite animal would be a squirrel. I absolutely love squirrels. I don't know where it's come from. I don't know how it started, but I absolutely love squirrels. I also love tigers and cats and lions, and I don't think there's a lot of animals that I don't like, but if I had to choose my favourite animal, it would be a squirrel, definitely. So the next question is favourite perfume, and my favourite perfume is Dolce & Gabbana The Only One, which Emilia Clarke did the advert for it. That was so nice, which is why I even looked at it. The next one is favourite holiday. My favourite holiday of the year is Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas. I go wild for it. If I had an unlimited budget, it would be havoc, and the whole house from top to bottom would be filled with stuff. And if I could just go absolutely mental for Christmas, I completely would. I think a lot of people are like that though. I think there's just something absolutely magical about Christmas. I still absolutely love Easter because it's near my birthday, and I love Halloween and bonfire night and things like that, but there's something about Christmas that just holds a special place in my heart, and it's always been magical. And now that I've got my daughter, I just want to do these magical things for her as well, and I can't wait to see different Christmases with her and see the magic in her eyes of, oh, Santa's coming tomorrow, and getting all excited and the new pajamas, and I'm just totally looking forward to it. I am fighting the daylight at the moment. That we've got I reckon we haven't even got half an hour left daylight, so I will try and hurry up, but we'll just see how it goes. It may go from 2 different lightings between this video depending on how bad the lighting gets. So anyway, the next question is rate your childhood from 1 to 10. 1 being bad and 10 being amazing, like you couldn't get a better childhood. I would say mine's probably about a 5 or a 6. I've got highs and lows like most people, and obviously everyone's got their stories and that, which I'm not going to go into in this video, but no, it was all right. It wasn't anything amazing, but like I said, you've got highs and lows of any sort of childhood. So, and I always think about the fond memories and stuff. So, uh, next question is, have you been out of the country? And the answer to that is no, but I would absolutely love to. And if I was gonna go anywhere, it would be Disneyland Paris. I am such a huge Disney fan, it is unreal. So if there was anywhere I could go, it would be Disneyland. Well, obviously Disney World, but Disneyland is probably a bit more attainable, so I would rather set my dreams just there. Maybe I'll get there at some point. That would be lovely. Question number 14 is, do you speak any languages? And the only language I speak is English. I was quite good at Spanish and French through school, but again, once I left school, I just dropped it, and I wouldn't be able to remember any of it now. I probably would be okay if you gave me a piece of paper with some basic words on it and the English, and was like, connect these to this one, or what does that one mean and what does that one mean, I'd probably be okay with that. But anything like speaking it or someone speaking it to me, not a chance, no way. So basic English for me. Number 15 is, do you have any siblings and how many? I have one younger sister who will stay unnamed because I haven't had the conversation with her yet of whether she wants to be mentioned or she doesn't mind being mentioned. So yes, I have one little sister and she is 19 this year. Question 16 is favourite store. I have several favourite stores. I quite like to just go into town and have a mooch, but the ones that are up there would definitely be Primark. I live in Primark. I also love a Poundland. Poundland seems to be a great thing to do. Card Factory, Clinton's, Thornton's, Waterstones, Savers. Oh, you can get some right deals in Savers. B&M, The Range. There's loads. I just like to have a mooch. I like to find a deal and find something that I like in the house or like for myself or want to get as a gift for someone else. But yeah, so number 17 is favourite restaurants. Again, I'm not really that fussed about a favourite restaurant. The restaurant that I've been to the most would probably be Pizza Hut, but except for that, don't really have a favourite restaurant. I would try anywhere, and if you've got any suggestions of restaurants that I should try, leave them down in the comments, because I do need to be a bit more adventurous when it comes to trying restaurants and foods and stuff like that. I'm very basic when it comes to food, so I'm trying for this year, for what we've got left of it, to try different foods and just put myself out there just a little bit more. 1 second before I go on to the next question. Alexa, put bedroom light on.
Okay.
Perfect. So I do apologise for the fact that the lighting has just changed, but now that I've got this far, I don't intend on stopping. So I do apologise for the lighting, but it's something again that I will get better at as my YouTube channel goes on, and obviously I try with my videos and that to get better and learn tricks and hacks and all that kind of thing. Right, next question is, did you like school? I absolutely loved primary school. I loved it. I would, if I could go back to primary school, I would. High school, not so much. Especially the first one, and then when I moved to the second one, obviously you go through all that. I'm the child, the new student, and people don't know you, and most of the people that are in that school, they've moved up from primary school to high school with, so that was a bit hard. But when I settled, I definitely made some really good memories, and I look back on them very fondly, and yeah, but high school definitely not. I think primary school is really good. You get to be creative and imaginative, and you just let loose, and it just feels very carefree, and you get all this confidence and that. And then the minute you go to high school, I feel like high school just knocks that confidence out of you. It's supposed to show she's supposed to give you that thing of like, oh, if you want to do this, we'll help you pursue it and open up all these things. And instead it just seems to knock the confidence out of you, and all of it be about GCSEs and scores and what you're going to get. And it just, no, not for me, definitely not. Number 19 is your favourite YouTubers. So I very much, my taste has changed throughout the years. I used to watch KSI, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, that all those kind of big name players and everything. I don't tend to watch them as much. I'm still subscribed, but I don't watch them as much. I'm now more into my mummy vlogs and that, so I'll watch people like Emily and the Pea Chicks, Phoebe and Me, Brummy Mummy of Two. They're the kind of ones that I find, because obviously my life's now a mum and I like to see what other mums are doing, and obviously hauls and things like that just intrigue me. I love a good haul, and I love a good decorate with me, or see how I've decorated, or DIYs and things like that. So yeah, with YouTube it just depends what mood I'm in, because like I'm also subscribed to BuzzFeed and Sophia Nygaard and Mr. Beast. Love a bit of Mr. Beast. I think he's brilliant. I love all of his videos. I think what he does with pumping money back into YouTube and doing bigger, better videos just looks amazing. I think he's and all the stuff that he did for planting the trees and that, I think that was great. I think anything to help the planet is a good job. So yeah. Next one, number 20. Only got 5 more questions to go. Number 20 is a favourite movie, and I've already written down a few. My favourite movie of all time is The Little Mermaid. That's where the inspiration for Melody's name came from, because obviously huge Little Mermaid fan. I have a tattoo on my ankle. I'm that much of a Little Mermaid fan. But I love all Disney films. I would sit here and watch Disney films. I've got a subscription to the Disney Plus because it's just amazing. I love the Disney, the Mandalorian. Me and my partner are watching that. We can't wait, because when I'm filming this, season 2 is starting, so hopefully baby will go down and we'll be able to get at least an hour to be able to watch that, because it's just amazing. But yeah, but apart from Disney, I loved A Star Is Born, but the Lady Gaga version with Bradley Cooper, is it? I can't remember. I think it is. And Me Before You, because I loved the book, so then when I watched the film it was just amazing. And I absolutely love Emilia Clarke. She's amazing. I think if I had another girl, I'd probably base their name around her somewhere, somehow, because she's just amazing. I loved her in Game of Thrones as Daenerys. So, which then moves on to favourite TV shows. Loved Game of Thrones until the last couple of seasons where they trashed it and it was horrible, but I don't think anyone enjoyed the last few series. They definitely didn't do that justice. I've also been loving Emily in Paris on Netflix, which has just come out as well. I've been absolutely loving that. I am guilty for watching The Real Housewives. I will watch any of those. It's just something that my brain I can turn off and just watch that, and it makes me think that you always think, oh, if I have money is going to solve everything, which to a point it does, and it does make you stable and helps and obviously provides and all that kind of stuff, and you can do luxuries and you can go here and there and do all that kind of things. But it always makes me think, they've got money and yet they're still there having fights, having squabbles, falling out. Like nothing seems to be good enough for them, and it just makes me appreciate what I actually have, and the fact that my family unit is just so lovely and my circle is just great. And it just makes you think that even though they've got money, they're clearly not happy. I know some of it is scripted and that, but it's just like the Real Housewives of Cheshire. I've been watching that recently. The next bit of it came out. There's a pandemic going on and they still find something to fight about, and I think that just sums up all the Real Housewives. You probably might think differently, you might even just hate it completely and think it's a waste of time, but it is just one of those things that I love to watch. I think it's easy watching. I don't think there's anything else really TV series wise. I think if I see something I'll watch it, like Riviera. I enjoyed that, but it's hit or miss. I'm not really, I wouldn't say it's a favourite. I like easy watching stuff, unless I'm really committed to it. But no, except for that, I'm not really fussed. I enjoy watching TV, but no, not really a big fan of like keep watching all these things, and I wouldn't binge watch all of them. And yeah, so the next one is question 22, PC or Mac. Well, seeing as I've never had a MacBook or Mac Air or whatever it is, and I've never used any Apple products, it would have to be PC. Absolutely, just has to be, because I haven't tried a MacBook. If I got one and I tried it and I liked it, then maybe I'd do an update of this video and I'd tell you that I prefer the other one, but for now, definitely PC. Question 23 is, what phone do you have? I am currently filming on my phone because I'm seeing how I can do with YouTube first, and then I would love to invest in a Canon G7 Mark whatever, just as long as it's one of those ones that is the vlogging ones, because I see that everyone that does YouTube or these mummy vlogs and things like that I watch, they all have the Canon G7. I do apologise, my phone only obviously has so much. So the last question that we were on was what phone do you have, and I was explaining the fact that I wanted a Canon camera, and this is one of the reasons why, because obviously you only have so much storage in a phone. And it's very annoying because I only have 2 questions to go. So question 24 is, how tall are you? I believe I'm about 5'4", 5'5", but don't quote me on that. But I'm not getting a tape measure out. I just know I'm quite short, and I do think I'm about 5'4", 5'5", the last time that I bothered to try and work it out. And then the last question is, do you have any pets? And I don't, but within the family there are 2 cats, and they are just so cute, but completely polar opposites to each other. So that was the 25 question tag, and then I just put a couple of other things, but to be honest, I think I've actually gone through them with doing the tag and that now, so I'm not going to even bother with that. So that's that done. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that obviously I can somehow edit the 2 together to make this work, because again, never had to do it, so I will try. If you could just like, comment and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Any sort of support that would be added to this channel is really appreciated. Hopefully in the future I will have a Canon camera and I'll work all this sort of stuff out, and I'll be better at vlogging, because I would really love to do some day in the lives and some just like come shop with me and things like that. But obviously with a phone you're quite limited, as we found out with just trying to do this video, because it capped at 25 minutes and I've already had to delete some other stuff off to be able to get this. So yeah, so I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for getting this far.